Hey guys, it's me, Trevis with PlayerProps.ai, and here's what we're locking in today. Yesterday, again, did not go well. This week has been pretty rough overall. This has probably been actually one of the worst weeks for the show in the entire show's history. We've gone from getting, what was it, like 7, 8 straight cover athlete hits to whatever you want to call this week. We had an assist play, which I know I'm trying to avoid assist in general in WNBA. I feel like that's the hardest one to hit, but we decided to go with a very good athlete for assist, and she hooked us. She wanted to score 1,000,000 points, but only get 5 assists when she had a 5.5 line. Then our other one was Tarasi's 3.5 rebounds, and she decided that she was allergic to cleaning the glass and finished with 1. But again, that does not deter us from continuing the show, because the point of the show, as I mentioned on every single episode, is to educate you on how to better use these tools. Now, when I'm educating you on how to use these tools, because if you're watching this, you're either watching this as your first show for the first time, which welcome, or you're watching this for the second, third, fourth to infinity show episodes, and you already have your PlayerProps.ai account, and you're applying. Okay, this is how Trevis, this is how the guy that built this site, that built this app, this is how his brain's using the information to create plays. And so because this is an education-first show that we do Monday through Friday, then you're always getting some bit of education. You always learn through either from winning or from losing, adversity, success. As long as you take something from it, then you're winning. So that being said, for this special episode, which of course is Friday, June 14th, which is also Flag Day, and also my sister's birthday as well. And also later tonight is the Justin Timberlake concert, which I'm sure none of you care about. But since this might be the last NBA game of the season, assuming that the Celtics do actually sweep and go 4-0, I wanted to do a special NBA episode in case this is the last time we have any NBA games for another 4 plus months. So let's look at some NBA stuff and see if we can find some things here for Game 4 of the NBA Finals. You'll see it, and you've already seen it in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, then you already missed out on a ton of other opportunities to increase your bankroll. I mention every single episode. Again, if this is not your first time watching this and you haven't done these things yet, I do not know what to tell you. I am trying to help you as best I can. If you don't do what we call the bare minimum, then I can't. If you don't try to help yourself, then I can't help you. You can't ask me for help unless you try to help yourself first. And that is in creating a free PlayerProps.ai account, getting in the free Discord, which you just click Discord on the site after you log in. And then, of course, subscribing to this YouTube channel and clicking the bell notification icon. So every time we have a new episode of anything or just a new show or new video, you get notified when that pops up. But I do have a very, very sexy futures parlay that once the NBA Finals and the NHL Finals are done, I'll be 2 out of 5 picks away from winning hundreds of thousands of dollars. So I'll post once the NBA and the NHL finish. I'll post it in the YouTube that YouTube feed where you can post non-video things, whatever they call that. But I'll also be posting in the Discord as well. But I'm pretty excited to be 2 out of 5, which is what, 20%? 40%. Yes, about 40% of the way to getting hundreds of thousands of dollars on a very sexy futures parlay I put together quite some time ago. Enough with the rambling, Trevis. Let's find some NBA plays for Game 4 tonight. Decided to wear this magic cap for the NBA one, and if you see here, I got some autographs, and you might think, oh, Trevis, are these the best Magic players of all time? No, they're the most important ones to me. So right here is Elfrid Payton. This was his sophomore season. The NBA draft that we drafted Mario Hezonja, bust. We drafted Mario with the 5th overall pick. He was actually in the arena signing stuff while everybody was there kind of watching on the jumbotron to see who we picked up with number 5. So Elfrid Payton, crazy hair man. He's right there. And then there's another one here that I guarantee you that you've never heard of before. His name is Damian Rudez. And so, I don't know if you guys know this, but Jason Kidd, when he was on the Bucks, he created something called the fan section, where he reserved a specific section of the Bucks home games and he had a specific group of members that he gifted season tickets to, and they're the ones that are always on their feet, constantly hyping up everybody, getting chants going, and keeping the energy in the arena alive and thriving. And so because that was successful when he was on the Bucks, I'm pretty sure it was the Bucks. Then a lot of other teams tried to adapt this, and so the Orlando Magic, and this is probably 2000. This is 2016, I think. I was invited to be part because I'm a big Magic fan, of course. I was invited to be part of this Magic fan section, and so something funny that we did is if you were to rank the roster on most important player to least important player, the least important player in terms of playing time and everything, his name was Damian Rudez. I'm pretty sure I'm saying his first name right. And so every time that he got minutes, which, I mean, there could be games where he can get 0 minutes, which happened more often than it didn't, we'd always be like cheering for him. Like we would be his fan section because he rarely got any time. And like if he gets in and he shoots a 3 and makes it, like we went bananas. And so because this was an every game thing where like, I know when Mario was on the team, he would always look at us like, why are you rooting for him? Like I'm the number 5 overall pick. Why aren't you rooting for me? But like, we didn't really like him. So suck at Mario. Uh, but yeah, so we just had this hype, and so at the end of the season, we set up the Orlando Magic, the fan section, and Rudez. We set up this like meet and greet. So I actually have a picture of like all the fan section with him because we were his cheering squad. But I don't know what he's doing now. But that was like he wasn't in the NBA that long. But yeah, so that was the second one, and then the last one here, which is kind of the one in the middle. You can't barely see it on the camera. That is Mac McClung, the back-to-back NBA Slam Dunk champion. He plays on the Osceola Magic, the G League team. My first G League game, or my first and only G League game, went to this season, where he like scored 30 or 40 points per usual. Caught him at the end of the game, and he signed the hat for me. So yeah, those are the 3 autographs. There's no other hat on planet Earth that has 3 NBA autographs of those players. It's a guarantee. It's a very unique hat, but of course, there's random reasons for it. All right. I don't know. That was story time with Trevis. So if you're like, stop talking about stories, I want to see plays, you settle down. We're there now. Sam did go 3 for 3 in his game, but I don't really like. We can't. I mean, players when it comes to these lower or non-starters, not lower level, but just non-starters. I mean, we can have a game where they can go bananas, but that doesn't mean they're going to go bananas every single game. Like game 1 had Justin Hardy getting double-digit points and stuff, and everybody's like, "Oh, Justin Hardy's line for game 2 is 3.5. We have to smash that over." And I think he had 0 shot attempts the entire game for game 2. So don't always just look at a game like, "Oh, he went off. He's going to go off next game." That's not how it works. You want to get people that are getting consistent minutes, especially if they're getting consistent minutes and consistent shot opportunities, and they still have a single-digit points line. Sure, fine, look at it. But it's not something that we're going to be targeting for this show here. I'm trying to think. So let me pull up real quick. What is... so right now it's just before noon. I want to see what Porzingis' status is. Is he 100% out, or is he questionable? He's questionable as of 17 hours ago. Is there something more up to date than 17 hours, or is that all we get? Okay. So, I think because the Boston Celtics are up 3, my coaching mind assumption is that if they were down, if Kristaps Porzingis was on the Mavericks and they were down 3 games, he would be like, "Coach, put me out there. I want to continue, I want to help the team not get swept." But because he's on the team that has a chance of sweeping, my gut is that they don't force him in there with this crazy weird injury that he has, and maybe he come back for game 5 if need be, or game 6 or whatever. But because they have a 3-0 lead, we're going to pick our plays as if Kristaps Porzingis is not playing. And the benefit to that is if we target players like Al Horford, who of course start, are the big man that gets a lot of Porzingis' minutes. I know Xavier Tillman got a handful in game 3, but the lines are on the questionable tag. And what that means is that, what does he have? So Al Horford has 8.5 points, right? That's his line. Once the news drops that Porzingis is officially ruled out, then it's going to go to 9.5, maybe even 10.5 or higher. And so because we're getting these lines in early with the intelligent coach mindset thought process of they don't need to force them out there, they have a 3-game lead, it's good to get the lines in early if that's what you think is going to happen. Because once that happens, then it's not a guarantee the line's going to hit, but it's going to make it a whole lot more likely. I don't really like assist for NBA or WNBA, but PRA I don't hate as much. Al Horford right now has a very, very small increase from his projection to his line. It's only, 1.37. The sportsbooks are giving him a 55.56% chance of covering. Oh, I went back to points. Let me look at rebounds here. All right, Daniel Gafford only having 4.5 rebounds line. I feel like that's a trap because he's got to get more than 4.5. Yeah. Actually, I feel like that line's relatively low. Even though I know he hasn't hit it 100% of the time, from the games I've been watching, like, how many minutes? Hold on. That can't be right. I know that Lively's getting a lot of minutes, but that can't be right. I'm going to pull up the last game data here real quick. Give me a second. Let me pull up game 3. Oh, weird. So Gafford only had 16 minutes and 3 rebounds in the last game. Lively had 30 off the bench and had 13 rebounds. So yeah, he was starting, but he's not getting starter minutes. He even went 3 for 3, and he wasn't in foul trouble or anything. They just put Lively in there because he's a beast. I mean, Gafford's also a pretty tall beast as well, but maybe we don't like that as much now. So I think Al Horford had 2 blocks in game 3. This was something I was targeting in game 3 over 1 block. He only had 1 block. I don't hate that for Al Horford, but that's not what we're locking in here today. This I do like. I don't like threes as much on WNBA because there's a lot of inconsistency on the threes. On some players will take 5 shots a game and then the next game they'll take 0. But with the NBA Finals, we've seen a lot of the same players shooting threes. Speaking of which, Tatum put up 13 threes. He didn't score 13 threes, but he put up 13 threes. White had 9 and Jalen had 9. Al Horford, how many did he put up? He put up 5. So we're saying that, and he got 2 out of 5. So we're saying that he's going to get 2 out of 5. But I want to go to the people that put up crazy shots. Jaylen Brown only scored 2 of his 9 shots, and his line is 2.5. Luka put up 7. Kyrie put up 6. Now, again, when I say put up, that means attempted. So they're jacking him up. White's line is 3.5. That's crazy. How many did PJ Washington put up? He put up 6. He scored 3 of 6. And he had 39 minutes too. Okay, so out of the threes right now, I was screaming at Drew to shoot threes in the last game because we had him over 1.5. And he only put up 3 threes and he only made 1 of them. He only scored 9 points last game. I'm not going to fall for that trap again. I know Luka does not want to get swept. He put up 6 threes and he scored 4 of them. And he needs to do 4 to hit his line again. Oh no, Kyrie. That was Kyrie. Luka put up 7 and only scored 1. Kyrie's the one that went 4 for 6. And his line is only 2.5. Okay, so we like PJ Washington 1.5. I like Kyrie 2.5 here. So there's two I like. Let me see if we can find a third play. Rebounds and assists. How many assisted? I got 9 now. Jalen got 8 rebounds, 8 assists. So he had 16 in his last game. His line's at 10.5. Jason Tatum had 11. Jaylen Brown was getting a lot of rebounds. He led the team. Jaylen Brown led the Boston Celtics in Game 3 in rebounds. Let me just look at rebounds by themselves. This line is 6.5. So I think, let's just look at the rebounds and assists for Jaylen. I mean, he's projected his line. There's not a huge gap there. The sportsbooks do like it because they give him a 55.56% chance of hitting. I'm assuming he's not going to get 16 again. But we don't need him to get 16. We just need him to get 11. So I think that's what we're doing for the Game 4 potential final NBA game of the season. We're going Jaylen Brown over 10.5 rebounds and assists. And then we're going over 1.5 threes for PJ, over 2.5 threes for Kyrie. That's what we're locking in. I think that's what we're going to be doing. So if you have not yet learned how to get free access to all this premium stuff here, we do already have a video explaining that, where you can get free access forever just by using your referral link and telling your friends about it. That video is right here on the screen. You can just tap on that to watch that real quick. But let me know in the comments as well what else you're playing, or just simply go to the Discord. The last thing about the Discord that I feel like 50% of you aren't paying attention to is you not just click on the Discord on the main menu on our website to join it, but you have to sync your account. You have to sync your PlayerProps.ai account to your Discord account. So just pay, once you get in the Discord, just look at the channel that says gain access, and that will literally tell you how to gain access. So do that as well. But yeah, good luck, guys. And hopefully we have a fun Game 4. I mean, the last one was pretty fun. It was only a 7-point difference, and they only pulled away there at the end, went back and forth. But hopefully we have a good Game 4 here. Good luck. Hopefully you're in the green. And then, yeah, we'll see you guys next week.